This is Tyler Horton with CFRY Mix 96 News and Portage Online, and I'm getting the inside scoop on the operations of Operation Red Nose right here in Portage, Prairie. We're going to talk to the brains behind the operation, Coordinator Leo Lapointe, as well as some of the volunteers that come to help out during the holidays every December. But first, we're going to go to Leo Lapointe as he coordinates his volunteers for another evening of getting people home safely.
The pamphlets that I gave out to you, the ones that are new, it sort of gives an explain of what happens at Red Nose. It tells you what the designated driver does, what the escort driver does, and what the navigator does. It sort of gives you a little bit of things, what they do, what they don't do, what you should have had a nap before you came, and everything else, etc. In this life nowadays, good luck on that one. Of course, like I said, it's a team of 3 of what we pick. We've had a few teams got already down. People that came earlier, they had their teams already, so we got 2 teams made already. So with the new ones the new people that came in that, of course, we need a team of 3, which is your escort driver, which drives your own vehicle. You drive you and your team around, your navigator and your DD. The designated driver is the person that drives our client, as we call them, is you drive their vehicle. Your responsibility of picking them up is doing a walk around their car, making sure there's no scratch, scrapes, or broken glass or anything on it. If there is, tell your navigator. And then what they'll do is on the sheet, I'll explain the navigator's job once we get all the teams together. It'll be, Operation Red Nose.
Leo does get erupted with a few calls that are looking for the service as he tries to get everyone organized for the evening.
15 minutes at the very most, and then I'll have a team there pick you up. Perfect. Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye. Okay, so 10-2, one start, but I'll get everything. What I will do is eventually send one of these 2 teams that we set up already. Where was I? Your designated driver will do the walk around, any scratches, whatever on the car. Make sure you let the person know that whoever the owner of the vehicle is. Checking the sticker of the license plate is one of the good things too. I know I failed to mention that, but check the sticker also. If the vehicle is expired sticker, we don't move that vehicle. Okay. The navigator is the one that gets the easiest job of all. It's doing all the paperwork and has the radio. So once I get the teams together, once we get everybody together here, and we'll get the teams, and I'll get the navigators alone for a few seconds. I'll show you what it's all about, and that'll be the teams for that. Then what we're going to do is set you guys loose. We're going to go hand out cards to different licensed establishments like BP's, Tornadoes, Cat and Fiddle, Gillespie, anywhere where they would have a liquor license. Army, Navy, Legion, Tavern, down the hallway here. Okay.
Some of the volunteers went to a few establishments in town to let the patrons know that they were out working tonight.
So guys, how was the response in the Playmakers Gaming Lounge?
Yeah, there's not too many people in there. They're just playing the VLTs. There are not really too many people drinking at the time.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Pretty early in the night yet.
Still early. Yeah.
So the volunteers from Operation Red Nose heading into the tavern at the Canadians Portage Prairie Destination Center. We'll see what kind of reaction they got. Maybe there'll be a little bit more people than in the Playmakers Lounge. So are they happy to see you in there?
Yeah, a good response in there. Some people they did realize we're out working this evening.
Is Ryan's still stuck in there? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I think it was his name.
Talking to some people he knows.
No, of course. So Ryan, do you think we're coming back here later tonight to pick some people up?
I would think we will be, yeah. It's just not too busy in there now, but I would think there'll be a big crowd later on tonight.
You ran into a few people you know in there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
It took a little bit of extra time.
Yes.
A few of the volunteers even went to the RCMP check stop to let the drivers know that their service was available tonight. I got a chance to speak to a few of the volunteers, and they told me why they chose to help out Operation Red Nose.
So Cindy McDonald, first-year volunteer with Operation Red Nose. That's right, isn't it, Cindy? First year?
First time, yes.
First timer. So tell me, why did you decide to come out and volunteer this year?
Well, well, someone asked me to take their spot because they couldn't do it, so I said sure. I think it's a great community thing. I mean, it keeps people off the streets and off hurting themselves and hurting other people, so I think it's fantastic.
Just the fun of volunteering. It's something to do in the long hours of the winter, and nothing to do with minor hockey at all. I just do it because it's part of me as a citizen in Portage. Just someone who likes volunteering, and this is one of the very few things I do. So I look forward to it in the November, December each year. And it's good fun driving around with people, meeting new people, and helping out, especially getting people home safely, which is the whole intent of it. I first started it in Ottawa, Gatineau, when about 15 years ago. So it's something that goes across Canada, and it's really good fun.
So it's Leo Lapointe. He's the coordinator with Operation Red Nose here in Portage, Prairie. Now, Leo, I want to know, how do you stay so organized all night?
I don't, but I try very hard to do it.
So what process do you go through? You just answer the call, take a few notes?
Well, it's getting here, getting everybody organized together and getting the team set up. And then from there, it's just a matter of waiting for the phone calls, and then we dispatch them out to the teams.
So how long has Operation Red Nose been operating in Portage Prairie?
In Portage Prairie, this is year number 6.
So it's been 6 years?
Yes.
So how did you end up being the coordinator, the big cheese of Operation Red Nose here in Portage?
Well, I've been the coordinator now for about 3 years. The first 3 years were the coordinator was Cindy Mulder, which still is, she's my assistant right now. That helps me out a lot. She started it off. Red Nose was introduced to Portage and brought to Portage minor hockey to see if they would run it for her, and it's been ever since.
So I can't help but think that you might need more volunteers as we get closer to the Christmas Eve weekend and also New Year's Eve weekend.
Well, you know what? Next week is our last weekend before actually Christmas, and we're gonna probably be running about 6 teams a night. I will say New Year's Eve we're really looking for volunteers. I'm guessing about at least another 12 to 15 people. I would love it if I can get that. The more teams, if I can get 8 teams out there, I'll be really happy.
So can you tell me why, if I were to call Operation Red Nose, why do I have to have my own car to be picked up by this service?
Well, the only thing is, Tyler, like I said, like when you phone Red Nose, you have to have your own vehicle. We're not a taxi, unfortunately, so if you don't have a vehicle, we can't bring you home. So we will be glad to call you a taxi. But if you have your vehicle, we get you and your vehicle home safe, and then everybody, it stops drinking and driving also. We don't want you to drink and drive. That's the main fact of being out here, is to stop drinking and driving and cause accidents and to killing people.
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to the program director's house next week for a Christmas party. Walk me through the process of, let's say I need to use the Operation Red Nose service.
Well, definitely, say if we knew that there was, it was a staff party you were going to at the coordinator's place, and they got a few coupons, and then you would phone us. And then from there, I would be asking you, okay, what's your name, what you're driving, what address are we picking you up at, and what address you're going from there. And then what we do is from there, once I get that, then I say, okay, I'll send a team within 10, 15 minutes, depending if it's busy or non-busy. And then I'll dispatch a team there, and then they'll be there, and then they'll walk up to the door, knock on the door, ask for you, and then they'll drive you home safe.
Excellent. So tell me how much do you enjoy being in this position for the past 3 years?
Oh, I love it. I love doing it. You know what? It's like I say, it's not only a position, but it's a volunteer thing where it keeps drunk drivers off the road, and all the donation goes to a really good organization, and I love doing it.
Anything else you want to mention about Operation Red Nose this year?
Well, you know what? Like I say, people that haven't volunteered, you don't know what it's all about until you actually did volunteer. Anybody you have talked to that did Red Nose in the last few years to 5, 6 years, they love it. They come back year after year. I love seeing the old faces, but you know what? I love seeing new faces year after year too.